Because what they didn't tell me was that the position was given to somebody else, this backdoor deal. Right? Right? But guess what God allowed me to do? To come along the hindsight.
That's right. That's right.
And see what was going on.
Yeah.
So that the one who denied me the position, I was in a meeting one day, and that one who denied me the position started talking about where the position had gone. And me being who I am, I ain't the smartest person in the world, but I'm a pretty quick study. I heard her and I said, She heard me say, After everybody else left the meeting, Kevin, can you stay back? I know you heard what.
She trying to
Testify.
explain
She's trying to explain it well.
I know you know.
Explain.
And I did this because my mama say, don't never let them outclass you.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
I said, everything is fine.
That's right. That's right.
No problem here.
That's right.
You're satisfying the business needs that you
That's right.
need to fulfill.
That's right.
Right? Now, I'm her level and
Isn't that something? Isn't
in
that
some respects.
Oh my gosh. That's where I am. And you know
So-
what? Oh my gosh. Oh
My point is, and people are calling me, I don't know how Stephanie feels about this, but people are calling me now. I ain't putting in no resume, I ain't putting in no application. People calling me now asking me, can you come work for me?
Isn't that something?
No, that's not negative. That's not negative. Okay. But people are calling me now to say, can you come work for me? Can you come see this client? Can you But I had to persevere.
You had to persevere.
Why? Because and the only way I could persevere is to look at it according to purpose.
That's right. That's right.
It was about his purpose.
That's right.
And you know what it's about also letting God truly fight, because we get in, we start throwing this stuff out there trying to make stuff happen. And yeah, we get in the way, but like you said, you're on the same level as this person. My boss before, she was blocking it. I mean, as soon as I let her know that I had this other position, then she could reclass things. Then the part-time position was able to be reclassed, and OMB asked me to do this a long time. You really saying that to me? So you held me back as a part, you know what I mean? But it's like, okay, Lord,
Yeah.
you just gotta let it go.
Just let it go.
Because people are just, there's something else.
Well,
But it's wonderful how God
But God changed.
allows you to see
Right.
Yeah.
exactly
And he
what's
turned
going
it into
on.
the good. And that's what blew her mind, that I did not use her as a reference. That I was able to get this position without her saying anything about my work.
wonderful.
That blew her mind.
So piggyback on what Darnette's saying, because I know at my job it's very, very challenging right now. I let Kevin read the stuff that's going on at my job, and he's just like shaking his head, and it's just,
Wow.
people are doing things, and instead of them being let go, they are being reassigned for something that one of us would probably seriously would be let go. If you go in there and Google it, you'll see it. But I have one of those who I feel like has me under her thumb, who got Employee of the Quarter for something that I did. So she got Employee of the Quarter.
Yeah, that happened.
And things like that. So I get what you're saying, and it's hard, and I struggle with that. I always talk to Kevin about it. But one thing I try to keep in my mind is that God has this as my placeholder for a reason. I ain't quite figured it out yet, but I'm thankful to have a job. Very thankful, and I know this is my placeholder for a reason. But when I see this kind of stuff, that's what I'm saying, adding to your story, it is hard to persevere. It's hard to be patient. Because I'm like, this stuff going on that I'm sending Kevin text from my phone, like, can you believe this? So that's where I struggle, is when I see such unfairness such as that.
And it's blatant.
It's
just
very, very blatant. Very, very blatant, to the point that we're getting ready to be seriously like on the news. And it's just tough. It's tough. And that's why I know you say persevere and patience, but that I struggle with. It's hard.
That's real.
I do the best I can, but it is so hard.
It's real.
When you see so much mess going on
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah.
And I know it's my storm.
No,
It's
no.
my challenge, it is
I-
my storm. I am praying and talking to God throughout the day. But I must admit, it is a struggle.
It is.
And I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that. Not speaking against it. We all are going through. We all have had those struggles. It's hard. It's hard, right? But I want to read something to you, right? Because I believe while we are having to be patient and having to persevere to look toward his purpose, I believe that then we can gain another P, right? I think that we can begin to look to gain perspective. Look at the next verse. Look at the next verse. Next verse says, and when they looked, verse 4, and when they looked, they saw that the stone was rolled away, for it was very great. It's an amazing thing. So the thing that they were considering as a stumbling block, this great stone that couldn't be removed, because they're trying to figure out who's going to remove it, based upon their perspective, now they get closer to it and they see that the stone now is rolled away. What am I saying? I'm saying that on one side, it looks one way. But as you go through and gain greater perspective,
Open mind.
then what God will allow you to see is that that which was the stone that blocked you never blocked you in the first place. But it was all based upon the way you saw it. Your perspective had to change. I hope I'm making sense to you.
Yes.
Your perspective had to change. You had to understand that that which you felt was a hindrance was a helper. That which you felt was blocking you was benefiting you. That which you thought was stopping you could have been saving you.
That's right.
But it requires perspective. Sometimes you got to change your position. Now, Pete, right? Sometimes you got to change your position and your placement in order to see something differently. I hope I'm making sense.
They didn't change their position, did they?
Sure they did. At first, they were thinking about the stone. Verse 4, they looked up. Right? See, how many times have we thought about the mountainous issues that we have to overcome without actually looking at them? We thought about them, but we never looked at them. I know in my own life, there have been circumstances where I would prefer to sweep something under the rug as opposed to actually look at it and deal with it. Does that make sense?
Makes a lot of sense.
Does that make sense, Ms. Grace?
Yes.
There's some things that just are big. As much as I think about them, they're big. Yes, Kirsten.
I just got yelled at by my friend about that.
About what?
I'm not a conflictual person.
A
so-
conflictual?
Yeah, I make up words. I,
Go ahead, Jesse. Go ahead, Jesse. That's
I
my
don't-
baby boy. Go
I
ahead,
don't
Jesse.
like to deal with conflict, so I'd rather just keep it to myself
Okay, so
as
you don't.
opposed to speak to my friends about it and my really, really close friends about it. I'd rather just be like, okay, is it big enough for me to ponder on? If it's not, get over it. And my friend Jade, she just said, if I'm your best friend and I can tell you things that I don't trust anyone else to say, then how come you can't come to me with your conflicts? And I'm just like, it's not about you, it's about me and how I feel about how people take my conflicts and how I'm not a person to deal with things. I kind of just, as you said, sweep it under the rug and just expect for it to fix itself.
Oh, okay. So confrontation is difficult for you. All right. Dance for Jesus. conflict and confrontation is difficult,
Very.
right? Conflict and confrontation often causes us trepidation. It causes us angst and anxiety because we, on one side, look at situations as though we can figure out the result, as opposed to understanding you don't know the result until you entertain or engage. Because how often, y'all tell me the truth, how often have you all thought through something and Lord Jesus, this is going to be so hard. This is going to be so difficult. How am I going to get through this? Folk ain't going to like me after I do this. I'm going to have to go through this. Then you do it. And you say, oh, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. That ever happened to y'all before? Ever happened to y'all? It happened to me all the time. Right? Where I ruminate thoughts. I ruminate over the outcome of something. It's my thoughts. As opposed to actually engaging, looking, foreseeing, doing something about what I'm in. Because guess what? Problems do not take care of themselves. 9 times out of 10, sometimes things just work out. But most times they work out because you did something about it. Miss Grace.
I'm sorry, but I missed your response to Kirsten's remarks. Would you mind repeating?
Not at all. Not at all. Kirsten said that she had she's not conflictual. That's Jesus, right? She's not confrontational, right? She didn't want to confront things. She didn't want to deal with the issue of conflict. Her friend, right, says, I tell you things, but you don't tell me things. You don't share with me, right? Because in her mind, she thinks that it'll turn out worse if you do something about it or say something, right?
I
So,
think my feelings will be just,
oh, you think your feelings will be hurt?
no, I just think that they won't really see my point of view on things and they won't care.
They won't care to listen to you
They won't care.
about your feelings.